Greetings, Elder Blacklight. The name of this video here is called No More Mr. Nice Guy. This is a scene in Detroit, 1967. In the hot days of July. It was hot, extra hot in Detroit. The brothers here was fed up. See, it was a riot in the 1940s. I think it was 1942. It was one before that. It was one before that in Chicago. It was one in New York in the 1900s. And it always evolved most of the time around police brutality, trying to keep the Negroes or the black people in check. All these stores up and down 12th was ran by Jews. So when you go in the Bible and you look in Revelations, and when you see Jesus telling the Jews, that your old man, your old man is the father of lies, and and then when you see how the Jews and the Romans was against the teachings of Jesus, and they tried to have him crucified. And then they call that Good Friday, like Dick Gregory was saying. But it was a trick, because Jesus didn't get crucified. He ran a game on him. Did a Machiavellian on him. When you read the Bible, you'll see that. Read it correctly. They're going to say that he was dead and then he rose from the dead, then ascended into heaven. But when you read that Bible, he tells his disciples, "Do I look dead to you?" They said, not, I'm not saying it verbatim, but he said, "Do I look dead to y'all? Do you see any holes in my hands? Let's go eat." They went fed him, and he went on his merry way somewhere. If he did, when he did die, he didn't die like they said he did. Just read the Bible to tell you that. Y'all going by what the white man told your black preacher to say. And it was always talking about the Jews and the Romans, the Greeks and the Romans. Then later on, the Jews and the Romans. And y'all get brainwashed in believing that these people are nice and kind. No, they warlike people. But they know how to turn on the niceness on you. They say, "Well, I ain't like that." And then they go and wipe out whole villages. It wasn't me. We had to do it. So I can testify to this. When I was first moved over on in this vicinity, I used to walk over here on 12th, because 12th run into Finkel. It's now called Rosa Park. And it don't look like that no more, all them businesses and whatever. But white people didn't want us over there. They didn't want us going to their schools. But we was a different breed of black man. We fought them back, and we fought the police back too. And that's what it came to a head. It came to a head right here, 1967 on 12. Brothers fighting the police, shooting at the damn police. Anything white. It's happening again. They killing us and then smiling in our face and saying, I ain't like what y'all think. Y'all killing each other. It's black on black crime, you know. Yeah, but y'all going into the y'all are the ones that's giving these youth incentive to kill each other. How we doing that? Y'all going somewhere bringing in tons of dope. Tons of dope. Bringing it in the neighborhoods and letting the old thugs give it to the young thugs. Y'all glamorize that type of life on the TV. You don't see no other kind of movies. You got these trap movies. And brothers is pimping and selling dope. Pimping and selling dope. You know. See, Superfly, that movie Superfly and the Mac, they was trying to tell you really not to do it. And on Superfly, he said, well, if y'all do it, you know, this is how you got to do it. You got to get your money, get out, you know, go somewhere else to another country, you know. And on the Mac, you know, he paid a hell of a price. His mother got murdered. His brother was a revolutionary. You know, fell out with his brother. You know, now pimping, Magic Don Juan, you know, he, you know, glorifying it. Snoop. These brothers got knowledge of self too. But they love that life. And they got these young cats loving that life. They got the gangs glorifying gang warfare. It's easy to psych on the people once you take away their culture. You know, their language and their God and their names and everything else. They're going to start imitating the oppressor. They're going to start imitating the man with all the power. And then when you get resistors or those that are clever, they take them out. Except Elijah Muhammad. Now, if you're going to imitate somebody, well, Farrakhan doing that. No, Farrakhan ain't doing that. He ain't imitating Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He ain't walking in Honorable Elijah Muhammad's shoes. Farrakhan is the government that came to him and got to him. All them brothers, Rizal Islam, you know, that Nation of Islam ain't the same. Al Sharpton ain't cool. Jesse Jackson ain't cool. Ain't nobody cool that's you see in front of you, because they don't know how to play this dude called Uncle Sam the Devil. I do. Now, you know, I get money from him. He could do all kind of things to me, you know, especially now, cause I ain't got too many subscribers, you know, and I've been doing it for a long time. I don't talk like the rest of everybody else though. I'm telling y'all the truth. And this is gonna happen. We've been under attack. You see how we've been under attack? See, in the Quran it say, tell a Muslim, be not the aggressor, unless, you know, you're being aggressed upon. And you got the right to defend yourself. Well, we're being attacked. How are we being attacked? Flint water crisis. Flint water crisis. Monsanto's. That's the worst kind of attack. Modifying your food, changing your food up. You know, chemtrails. They're attacking the environment. When they attack the environment, they're attacking you. That's how they got over on the Indians. Poisoned the Indians' water hole. Just check out any warfare. They burn up the crops. You know, burn up your crops, so you won't have no means of food. Look how they doing Iran, cutting off their means of support. You know, that's warfare. Business is the first kind of warfare. You know, the way the white man do, when you say the white man do business, you talking about war. So this is 1967, and I bet you it's gonna come to your town and your neighborhood soon. A scene just like this, because the police gonna keep on killing black men, black women, and black children. Now this generation, y'all cats, you know, y'all too laid back. You know, y'all don't know how to fight, when to fight. You got women taking the lead, the charge. You know, they don't know nothing about warfare. They too nice. They, you know, because women got a nice for being a mother. You know, motherly. But an old school cat like me, then fought, really actually fought, them been shot at, them been hit upside the head with a bat. Police. Look. It's time to protect yourself. We've been aggressed upon. They are attacking us. We've been being under attack. So now it's time to protect ourselves. This is Black Light.